Hello, welcome back. If you're new, my name is Kat Hutchings. I am an experienced Etsy seller. I've been on the platform for over 13 years. I've done over 100,000 sales, and I love to share kind of in real time, real world actionable advice just for other Etsy sellers, because I know what a difference that has made in my journey. Like, I've been able to build a beautiful life and business kind of around this platform. So I like to help other sellers be able to achieve that as well. So if you are new, welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe. I don't have a whole lot of time to make a lot of videos, but again, I know it's really cool sometimes to just get like really honest thoughts and opinions on what that actually looks like to now be a full-time Etsy seller in whatever status and, current situation Etsy finds itself in. I also, because of that, I don't have time. I don't do a lot of fancy edits on my video. It's just kind of top of mind, what I feel like is going to be helpful to you guys. So don't forget to subscribe, like the video. And I also will drop some links. I don't do this very often just because of time, but I figure for this specific video, if you are here today, we're going to be talking about some new features that Etsy has rolled out. I feel like that means you're serious about your shop. You're keeping up with the trends. You're wanting to know what things you can do. Those are kind of the sellers I like to work with. So I will drop some links where you can book one-on-one Zoom calls with me. That's something I've enjoyed to do with Etsy sellers over the years. And we kind of go over your shops. I talk strategies. I really specialize, again, kind of scaling, building team, kind of like some of those systems and processes we're using at this point. So if you feel like that would be helpful or something you'd be interested in, feel free to click those links. And now we're going to get into today's topic, which is Etsy's new gift mode. So we'll talk about three things. First of all, what is this gift mode? Second of all, just again, some of my personal opinions about it as a little bit more established seller at this point, where I kind of see this going for our shops, other sellers, just the entire almost like Etsy community. And then if you want to stick around even a little more, I'm on Loom today. So I'll go ahead and do a screen share and I'm just going to explore a little bit. I haven't had a chance to do a lot of that at this point, and we'll just poke around and see kind of like what, again, top of mind, my thoughts are about the new feature and how it's going to affect us specifically as sellers. So first of all, what is gift mode? So Etsy's gift mode is basically a new way for people to search for giftable items specifically on Etsy. So there's a special section for it. There's a couple different ways it looks like that you can do it. You can do kind of like by categories, or kind of like a really cool feature I actually enjoy is they let you choose who you're gifting to and kind of be like, oh, a person of this, that likes this and is into this and doesn't like this kind of stuff. And I think, again, this is all very new. Etsy's just announced this and kind of like rolling this out. So I feel like it will definitely be doing some evolving as well. But that's kind of the gist of it. Something else I love, again, kind of funny if you think about it, but Etsy is really, I feel like they've announced they're going to do this Super Bowl ad, okay? Which again, I'm all for. Ask me who is playing in the Super Bowl. Literally no freaking clue. No idea. But now ask me who I know is running a commercial, and I'm going to be talking to everyone. I've already told like so many people like Etsy's running a commercial in the Super Bowl. I think it's funny though, because again, no shade on Etsy ever. Like, they have helped me build an amazing business. I love the platform. I love the team. I love so many things about what it's done. But like any business or any person, a human, we go through ebbs and flows. And I definitely feel like Etsy has been trying to find its feet for a while. And I feel like they're doing this Super Bowl ad, and it's almost like their Hail Mary to try to reinvigorate some of the stuff that's going on. Their stocks have been down. And again, I want to make another video to show you guys. Me personally, my year-over-year stats have been significantly lower than they have in the past. That being said, I have also been on a huge upward trajectory for many, many years. So again, not complaining. It's a part of business, a part of the process. But I am curious, if you have a minute, I love to hear in the comments, if you have an Etsy shop, however old, young it is, how your sales have been. Specifically, if you are a more experienced Etsy seller, I love to just see, your year-over-year numbers and what those have kind of been looking at. And I do mean to make a video. I'd love to share that with you guys just for, again, some different perspective. So this is their Hail Mary. They're doing a Super Bowl ad, and they are like planting that stake in the ground as like, we want to be your source for gift giving. So now some of my opinions about that, okay? When I first heard the announcement, I was a little bit like, that's a lot of money to be spending. Again, Hail Mary was the first thing that came to mind with this. However, the more I've started diving into it, kind of listening, I know like Josh, their CEO, has, done a bunch of interviews and stuff about it, and just listening to some of the feedback and buzz that's happening in this space, I do really appreciate that Etsy is almost trying to like niche down a little bit and be like, okay, instead of just being like, hey, handmade gifts for everyone, like, no, we feel like there is a little bit of a gap in the market, which I honestly agree with. Like, if they can do this right, like, how tricky is it really sometimes to find gifts for people? And if you knew there was a site where you could go and be like, this is who I'm gifting for, here's some of their stuff, here's a whole selection of AI generated, curated, however they're doing it right now. It's kind of like a little combo, I think, of options that I can do quickly that I know are going to be quality and, get there on time and wow the person that I'm giving the gift for. Because that's why we give gifts, because it's just another way to just show people that we care about them and to make them happy and smile, because we do care about them and love that, So anyways, it's a whole thing. I'm excited about it. I'm here for it. I do think it's, again, definitely not a guarantee. Like, it has to be done correctly. But as far as like me and my shops, it's also a little bit, I don't want to use the word terrifying to sound dramatic, but it's okay if you feel a little terrified, because I feel that way too with something like this, because it's like, I feel like that curation, it's like, if I don't get my products in that curation, and if Etsy becomes the gift giving destination and no one's even really using it to search as much anymore, and it's like they're just going to kind of like these curated gifting sections, and my items for whatever reason aren't popping up there, that's scary to think about. So at this point, I wish I had like a magic, like wave my wand, here's the magic pill that you can take to make sure that that doesn't happen to your shop. It's still very new. We are all figuring this out. But I think it's so important that you're at least here watching this, getting the education, because I promise even that in and of itself is going to kind of like set you ahead of the curve. So welcome, you're in good company. We're all going to be learning this together. I do feel like, though, it has really great potential to bring even more buyers in, which is what Etsy desperately needs right now. Side tangent, again, could make a whole other video about this, but I've been running Etsy ads, especially now post-holiday, and it's like they won't even spend, like I'm like, spend $1,000 a day. Like that's my max set budget right now, and they don't even come close to that. And I literally feel, and I have over like 400, almost 500 different items. And again, I'm specifically talking about one of my shops, even though combined, it's more than that. The point is, I have the two shops. Dang it, I lost my train of thought with that. Running the Etsy ads. Oh, they need more buyers. So it's like with the Super Bowl ad, with really being like, hey, come to us for your gift giving needs. We're going to crush it. We're going to help you nail it. I hope that will bring more buyers for all of us, and just, again, help that entire ecosystem that not just me, but again, the stocks and some other evidence would suggest Etsy is, they're trying to find their footing right now. So I am excited. They announced, and I can't remember her name right now. She seems super cool, but she is now the CMO and the COO, which I'm like, that's a lot that they put those two roles together for you. I really wish I could remember her name. She seems amazing. I think she's going to do a really great job, but she was kind of like one of the first emails I think I remember seeing, kind of talking about this and her excitement around some of just the changes and things that they're doing. So anyways, I think those are pretty much my thoughts. It's okay if you are terrified and scared. I am too, and I've been on the platform for a long time, But I do feel like, just like I've been through so many changes. Y'all, I was selling on Etsy when recency and not relevancy was the way you popped up in searches. If you don't even know what I'm talking about, it's insane to think that that's like at some point. And when they switched it over, everyone was freaking out and being like, this is the worst thing ever. No, it's actually a really good thing. Now buyers can actually find the things they're actually looking for and are more likely to stay and purchase more. So a lot of the changes, again, not all of them, like all of us, Etsy's not perfect. They got to try things out, figure things out. But a lot of the changes I feel like they make have been really good. And I really hope that this ends up being one of them. Time will tell. Again, let's go ahead now. I'm going to see if I can change up my screen here. So I'll share my screen with you and we can just explore that a little bit. So again, happy to have you here. If you have a minute, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and we're going to go ahead and explore now this new kind of like offering that Etsy has. Okay. So when you go to Etsy, mine's a little weird right now. Sorry, I've got my other stuff running. Okay. Basically, you're going to click over here on this gift mode section, okay? So this is, well, I mean, I look at it, like I see it and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. This is kind of exciting. I'm really hoping we'll not only get a lot more people viewing and being interested in Etsy from the Super Bowl ad, but again, I know they are going to be funneling people to this gift section. And if I'm new to Etsy, or again, like I'm selling on Etsy and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, it looks really cool. Like I'm really digging this. I could see some great potential here. All right, so right now you can see they've got like different categories up here, popular gifts. This one is a great place if you, again, are just looking for ideas of like, especially if you're looking at launching new products, like this is gonna be one of my go-to places now when I am getting ready to do a new product launch. I'm gonna see what is currently trending, what are people looking for, what are the themes, what are the gifting things that seem to be popping up in kind of like these popular search results, you know? So we've got that up here. Popular gifts, sure to delight. Again, like some of these categories they've got selected there. Inspire your inner gifter. Love these. So much fun. I think this is really cool the way they've kind of like got this set up with the guilty pleasures. And there's been so many. I've been poking around just a little, like alien obsessed, here for that. Unicorn obsessed, here for that. Reality TV, there's so many. I saw one for pickleball. Like I'm a pickleball freak, and I love that they had that one on there. They have games, like just so many cool things, right? Okay, so this is the one I'm kind of interested in. So let's do like this, find the perfect gift, right? So you're like, okay, who are we gonna gift to? Like, let's say, you know, we're just gonna go, I don't know, who should I do right now? Let's do my mom. She is really hard to shop for, so this will be interesting. So let's say it's her birthday, which is kind of coming up in April. Mom's got her birthday coming up. What are they into? Choose 3 or more for better suggestions. Love that. Okay. So mom is into, and again, she's one of those like hard to shop for. I'm like, mom, you need some hobbies. Like, what is she? I would say if I had to do one for my mom, I'm like, definitely like, no. Like I know the ones that I'm like, definitely no. Maybe the perfect home. And then let's also do peace and quiet. That's definitely my mom. But honestly, like I want to choose more categories, but mom, if you watch this video, you're hard to shop for. I'm just going to go with those 2 because yeah, like none of these, I don't think she really resonates with any of these other ones that I'm seeing right here. So let's see what happens. So let's go show gift ideas. All right, so funny. I did for Christmas. That was one of the things my mom actually asked for that I got her was a very special, expensive pillowcase. And look, they just popped up here. So we got pillowcases. Okay, so self-care enthusiast. Already, I'm like, think that's a great suggestion. My mom, you know, is always putting other people before herself. So I would love to get her something in this category. Let's see what else. Interior designer, the wellness enthusiast. The mom, yep, she's my mom. Like, okay, let's go check that. So you can see how fun, how engaging, how I really hope that, again, this will help people find those special gifts that they maybe would have, you know, ended up going to like Amazon or somewhere else for. Because they know that Etsy is kind of like going to hold their hand a little bit better. I will be interested to see if this does take off. Again, I naturally see Amazon, you know, maybe Walmart. Like I'm just thinking like the big behemoths, especially like specifically like other marketplaces, kind of like adopting something like this. Like I definitely know that is not beyond Amazon to try to beat Etsy at their own game. I am always, do not get me wrong as well, I do shop on Amazon occasionally, love shopping on Etsy, but my heart is I sell mostly on Etsy. So this is where my heart lies. And I really hope that they can kind of like nail this and bring this home. So, all right, I am going to come back here and say, I think that's all of my thoughts for now. I would love to hear from you in the comments. I'm also going to drop my Instagram handle. That's another way you can get a hold of me via DM. I'm not super active on there as well, but I will definitely see your comments, questions, DMs. Things like that. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. Hopefully you found this video helpful, inspiring. Maybe you feel less alone. Like I'm freaking out about it a little bit too, but I am also hopeful. I've been around with Etsy for so long that I really do feel like as long as you're doing the correct basics, you've got the good photos and descriptions and you're priced right and you've got the good reviews, you take care of your customers, you're shipping on time, you're trying to get that star seller badge, like all of those pieces, like I really do think you're not going to just be left in the dust. Like I'm hoping that we will continue to be seen in kind of like some of these curated gifting options. And it's just going to bring even more buyers, which is what we want and need so bad. So keep telling your friends, shop on Etsy, continue to shop on Etsy. And yeah, I'm here if you have any questions or if there's anything else I can help you guys with. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.